All right, howdy everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. Great to have you here. I am excited because tonight I'm going to be playing Boon Lake, the newest game from Alexander Pfister. It is published by DLP Games in Europe. It's got the English flag there, and North America is coming from Capstone Games, and I believe that recently on social media they said that it is sending out soon. So if you pre-ordered a copy, I think those should be coming soon. And shipping seems to be a lot better these days, so that probably is relatively soon. So I'm going to play through the game. I'm going to play a solo game, but honestly, the solo teach really will give you the multiplayer experience. So if you're interested in playing the game multiplayer, you can use this as your teach for multiplayer play. And there's just some different things you do for a solo bot, which is actually very simple. And then they just score some points against you, and you're trying to kind of score better than them in order to win. So that is how that goes. Thanks for watching. If you're watching live, feel free to throw a comment there. Say hello in the chat to me. Or if you have any questions, if you're watching afterward, you can put a comment in the video down below or a question, and I will try to answer it as best I can. If you don't know about our channel, Step Into the Portal, please check it out. Give the video a thumbs up, and maybe consider subscribing to our channel. It's a channel from a store called The Portal, which is in Manchester, Connecticut, halfway between New York and Boston. We're right in the middle. And we are bringing you live plays of games, unboxings, and other things. For reviews of all the games that we are playing, you can check out our podcast, the Portal Game Podcast, which is on the Dice Tower Network. So you can check out reviews and other things there, and I have guests on every week. Right now, you're seeing me play a lot of games by myself. I'm actually here in my attic. I am not at the Portal. With mass protocols and all those kind of things just doesn't make sense. But if you go through our backlog, you'll see us playing at the store. We've been able to close some doors and plays in some rooms in the past. But now that things are more open, staying here and playing a bunch of games. But that's that. Let's get to it. Let's play some Boon Lake. So welcome to the Boon Lake region. This is it here. You will see this wide open area ready for expansion and adding our people here to the areas, and then upgrading to have some houses, and then eventually getting enough people to have settlements, and then even taking the wide open lands where the space and putting our cows in there to increase in those pastures and areas like that. The timer on the game is going to be this boat that's coming down the river here. I guess this is Boon Lake. This is the Boon Lake region, I guess is what it's called. But the river is the passage of time. So we're going to play 2 seasons, which is we're going to go down the river once. We're going to turn this way and come up here, reset. And then we're going to come down a second time and end down here. And each time we pass one of these blue locks, we're going to have an interim scoring, which is up here. So we'll have 4 interim scorings, including one here. And then we will have a final scoring. So 1, 2, back to here, 3, 4, and then final scoring will happen, which is labeled down here. Everything is labeled from icons. Sorry, the board isn't laying perfectly flat. So here's my player board over here. I've got all of my upgrades that I can game here. My modernizations are over here. This is my various pieces that I can lay out on the board. Up here is my production. So I'm trying to produce wood and I think it's gems of some sort, stone. And I actually never figured out what this one is. I think it's supposed to be coal or something that's blue. I'm not sure exactly what that one is, so I apologize for not remembering there. I have these 3 inhabitants available. These can be unlocked. I've got 5 inhabitants here. I'm just going to place these over in the stockpile, so I have 10 total that I could get access to. These are my boats. So I've got 2 boats that are going to tell me what I'm producing. So since they're in this wood area, they're producing wood. And if I move them around, then they're going to produce the different resources that are there. And this is my ship that's up over here. Some tiles start laid out. So in the solo game, I shuffle up all the 2-player tiles and place them on the 2-player spaces. In a 3-player or 4-player game, I would add those tiles, which are in the box. Solo game counts as playing a 2-player game. Then we've got our money track and our card draw track, which are both here. We place cubes, and we've got our cubes down here for scoring that we will place. And my goal is to beat my opponent. The solo game is going to involve these tiles. So these tiles, there are 10 tiles, I believe, 6 labeled A, 4 labeled B, and the more Bs you shuffle in, the more advanced the game becomes, or the harder the game becomes. I'm going to play on basic mode because I'm trying to stream. I don't want to make the main thing that I'm trying to do pay attention to defeating the opponent. I'm going to try to make sure I teach the game and get through all that. So I think that I will win, but we'll see how that goes. I'm usually, I don't know. I hear people say, oh, I'm not so good at games, but I feel like I'm usually pretty good at games, so we'll see. But again, part of the streaming to that. So I take these tiles and you actually kind of spin them so that they're in random directions, which is going to help you determine some random spaces. So we're going to go through those action tiles and do what they say, which is very simple. It does seem a little complex in the rule book. They give you this page that tells you what all the tiles do. I have gone ahead and printed a second page. In fact, my wife, Kathy, printed this out for me in color so that I don't have to open the rule book. Not my favorite. I don't like when they do that. But honestly, these 7 tiles are really easy to remember. You learn what to do really, really fast. So I will reference this just so we can see where all those things are. But I basically know what all the tiles do, having played a few games already. Down here, we're going to have some scoring. So here I can kind of purchase these as I would purchase cards. I have these cards in my hand, and I'll zoom in on those in a second to show you. And these tiles allow me to kind of do the same. So they have a top section where I can kind of purchase them to get the resources. They have a bottom section which tell me kind of the goals I have to complete throughout the game in each of the interim scorings. And I have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 point. This symbol here, which I know probably has a name, that cow skull, has a name. That's the victory point symbol. It's a starburst here on the board, as opposed to the gold coins, which are here. The game is controlled by cards and really these action strips over here. So each turn I'm going to pick one of these action strips. I'm going to do what the action strip says, remove it, place it down at the bottom. I'm going to be able to play a card, do what it says, then all other players can do the other side, and then I move my boat forward based on this track 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I slide everything up. In the solo game, the bot does everything on their turn and nothing on my turn. They completely ignore what I'm doing, but I do things on their turn. So that is that. Let's see, anything else here? So these are going to be for one of these strips where there's kind of scoring regions. So you can pick a region, score the bonus that it says, and then the other regions are going to get you gold coins. At the start of the game, I have to pick what I want my tile to be. In a 4-player game, everybody would get 2 tiles, and then they'd pick what they want. In less than 4 players, you just place some random tiles. So in solo, I'm going to put one of these. Everybody gets 6 cards to start the game, and I'm going to zoom in here and show you the cards and show you the tiles over here. And these are the production facilities. So in addition, in the beginning, I'm going to pick one of these production facilities, and I'll pop it in here, and that means I would have one of that. So if I put this here, I have 1 stone. I can upgrade it once throughout the game to get 2 stone, and that's how I'm going to pay for the cards that I have. And then I've got my coins or bucks or whatever you want to call them over here that I can spend to do various things. So at the start of the game, I'm going to look at my card. I get to look at my cards. I pick one of these tiles, and I pick one of these production facilities. So I've got a lot of opening decisions. All right, let me zoom in so you can see some of the cards and see some of these action tiles. And then we will get started. Oops, that's zoom out. All right, so we'll zoom way in here so you can see these cards. So this is what a card looks like. Oops, sorry about that. So the card here has whether it is night, I think evening, or day. So it's got that in the corner, which is going to be determined by the tiles, which I'll show you in a second. Then it has a cost here. So I have to pay this in coins. I have to have these resources. Okay? So if I don't have the resource, I can actually move my boats down the river. Down the river is free. Up the river, I have to pay coins to move a boat back. Or I could have those production facilities. So if I just had these 2 production facilities, I don't spend the resources. I just have to have access to them. And I can build this saloon. So when I'm allowed to play a card, I could play this one. The saloon is going to give me a victory point at the end of the game. And it's going to give me 2 inhabitants immediately. Okay? Other cards are going to have some ongoing effects. So this one cost me 9, 2, and 1. It's going to give me 3 points, and it's going to decrease all future cards I play by 1, and that's going to be that green recycle arrow that's telling me it's ongoing. Some cards have endgame, so this is going to give me 2 points per settlement that I play during the game, and I have 4 settlements, so I could get 8 points from that one, and then it's going to also upgrade my cards over here on this side track. And some cards, I don't have them. They have these vases on them as a cost. You can actually, I think, see the vase right here. So when you get these vases, that's a resource that you have to spend. Okay, then let's look at the action tiles here. So this is the action tile board. Sorry. So you can see that there. So we've got these various actions. Okay, so this one is kind of the I don't remember them all by name. I apologize. This is the cow action. So you can see like this one and this one let me play day cards. These two let me play night cards. These are evening cards. This one lets me play any card. So if you look at the tile from left to right, the first thing you do is you can play a card or discard a card of that type for 2 coins. Sorry. If you discard it, it's 2 coins. If you play it, you pay the cost of it. Then I can place a pasture tile on the board, touching another tile. And then all players can place a cow or play a card or discard the card. So there's a lot of different effects that go on, and it lets everybody interact. There is one tile here that will only allow other players to do what it says. So that's how that's going to work. This one here is going to let me play a night card. Then I gain an inhabitant, and I draw a random tile. So I have this stack of tiles. It's supposed to be a pile, like laid out, but just for table space. So I would take one of these tiles, and then I would place that. And that's kind of a boring one because it has no upgrades on it. But the tiles have all sorts of various effects on them. So I can expand by placing those tiles. And then everybody can discard 3 cards or 3 coins to gain an inhabitant. You can do as many times as you want. This one here is going to give me 3 coins, let me play a card or draw 2 cards, play any card. And then this one is everybody can play a card or discard. So this is everybody including you. This does not include you. This one is play a night card. Then I can either, develop, which is I can take a person and put them on one of these spaces here, or I can upgrade. So I can turn a person into a house, and I can turn a house into a settlement. A settlement requires that there's at least 3 presents in that area, so you have to have 3 figures in that space or adjacent spaces, as well as you have to spend 2 inhabitants. And those are going to upgrade things on my board. And then I can do that again or play a card, or everybody can. Add 2 tiles after playing a day card, and then either develop or upgrade, and then everybody gets to draw 2 cards and play a card. This is the scoring tile, so you're going to take one of those scoring regions that we have. You're going to get the bonus on it, and then everybody's going to get coins for every piece they have in the other 3 regions. And then finally, this one here is the Modernize, and I'm going to zoom out to show you Modernize. So that lets me play an evening card. Whoops, a little too far, I think. So you can see the board. Sorry for the wobbliness of the camera. All right. So this one lets me play an evening card and then Modernize. So Modernize is I can purchase one of these doors, which have various costs, or levers. They look like doors. And then basically any time or when it's telling me I can lower that door lever and gain the bonus that's under there. And during each interim scoring, I'm going to get to reset those. I'll get to interim scoring when I get there. I'm just going to explain it at that time to you, but it's pretty straightforward over here. So that is that. As I pull these pieces, they upgrade. As I was showing you, you can move the boats down the river, and then for free, you can pay 2 to move them back this way. I think that's pretty much everything. I'll show you the bot as I go through that. There's a deck of cards here. There's a whole bunch of cards. I think it's like 165 cards. So we got plenty of cards, so we need to look through our cards and decide what we're going to do. I could actually show you interim scoring for people who are watching the video back later. So it's not too bad. You're going to get to play 2 cards or upgrade twice or 1 and 1. Then you're going to place one of these tiles down here to score, which I will explain later. But you'll place the number 1 tile, then the 2, then the 3, then the 4, and score that many points if you've completed those goals. Then you get to gain all your upgrades, so coins that you've got, cards you have in play, anything over here on your board that you've unlocked, you'll gain your income for that. Then you're going to slide your levers back up. Any that you don't slide up because you didn't use them, you get a point for, and then we reset all these tiles. So it's pretty straightforward. When we get to here, all the boats come back to here, ships, excuse me, then they come down the river, and the game will end here, although it's equal turns to get to here. The interim scoring happens anytime at the end of a player's turn. Whew! It's not too bad. It feels like once you get in the flow of it, it's pretty straightforward. The bot is really simple, so I will show you, but I'm basically going to flip one of these tiles, orient it the correct way, and then do what it says. And they're controlled here. They've got this little cactus tile that slides up that's going to tell them how many points they're going to score during interim scoring. So they kind of like cumulatively keep increasing their score. And then they'll place some of these on the board to block me. And as they place more of these, they get points during interim scoring. That's basically all they're doing. They're just going to place things on the board to then interim score. Nice and simple. All right, so my cards here are giving me endgame settlement, decreased cost of cards. I like that one a lot, but it's a big investment. I can gain new inhabitants. This is also giving me card draw also, so I got lots of bonus cards, so I may want to look at something for bonus cards. Down here, I can see have played a certain number of cards, so I have to have played a number of day and night cards, evening cards. I have to have a certain number of pieces. I don't know what that one means. On the tunnel. So I'll have to look that one up. This one is have a certain number of factories already. So 2 in the beginning isn't too bad. And then my 2 tiles focus on discarding to gain points, coins to gain points, and inhabitants and other things to gain points. And that upgrades for more cards. So let me see what this one tile here does, because I don't know what that one is down there. Everything is referenced nicely in the back of the book. It's pretty much in order. You need to have the depicted number of presences on building tiles, including cattle pastures, next to bridges. These are the building tiles and spaces that interconnect regions. So I have to have presence on the spaces next to those there. All right, so I have to pick one of these, which is either give up money or give up inhabitants and money to score points. So I'm going to go for that and try to get a big end game scoring. So I'm going to put that one there. This tile is now out of the game. And my tile that I place, I score double. So if I do this at the end of the game and do this 6 times, I am going to get 8 points instead of just 4 points. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is score mine last and be able to get those big points there. All right, so we're looking here. We don't have to discard any cards, so that's kind of nice. So these upgrades, we can see what we have. Our tile, we're going to end up needing those gems. These kind of early ones that we can play to get card draw are also gems, but I have a lot of stone and other things as well. So I think I will take the gem so I have that upstream, because it's easier to move downstream to get other things. And we'll try to see what we can increase here. That actually gives me this trading house right off the bat. All right, they go first. We are set up, right? Because we picked our production. We picked all those. I'm going to add my cards here and probably eventually move these out of the way. But there is that. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat there, and I will help you out. All right, so we draw a tile. So this first tile, they're all going to basically be the same. So on the top, they're going to tell me to look for the lowest tile, and if it's one of these two, the action tiles. So I know it's a little hard to see, but this is red, and this is one of the black ones. This is one of the blue day ones. So neither of those are there. If they were, I would do those actions if they were the lowest tile, and that's this arrow right here, which is telling me lowest. There we go. And then I increase the cube on the cactus tile. So I'm going to move this up 1 space. And all of these are always the previous. So currently they're at 0, not 1. They count as the space before it. They do that because it's the same here. What have you unlocked? So they just make it intuitive. Then the rest of this tile, I'm going to look at the other 3 actions and I'll pick the one that's highest up on the track. Oh, I didn't talk through moving your boat, but it's pretty straightforward. You move the boat forward the number of spaces, you can move less, and you jump over other people, except in these harbors where unlimited people can be. And then you gain the resources. So it's pretty much that simple. All right, so I'm looking here between these actions, and the one with the hat is highest. So I'm going to pick that one, move it to the bottom, and then they don't do what's on there. They do what it shows on this paper that I printed, which is in the rule book. So with the higher action, I'll try to call them by name now. The higher action, they draw a building tile and choose a location for it. Okay? So for this tile, they're going to choose a location. How do I choose location? I look for this little symbol on the previous tile, and that tells me the number space. So number 21. So space 21 is right here. If they can build there, it's adjacent to something, they do. If they can't, they keep increasing their numbers. So they would go to 22, 23, 24, etc. When they get to 33, they wrap back around to 1. So they find the first free space. Really quite simple. It's all printed here on the board. Okay, they do that. After that, they advance their marker 1 space on the cactus track. And if I had B tiles, they could increase it by 2. So that's where they would be harder because they would increase faster. Awesome, so I've got that on the board. Their turn is over. It's really snappy, so I am really focused on my turn, not theirs, which is something I like about this game. Oh, then they advance their boat, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they always just move the maximum. So they are your timer in the game. All right, I see this one up here. And I'm looking at something here early that I could get out of the way. That's pretty easy. I might just deal with this card one, so I don't have to figure out how to score all of those. But that's pretty easy to just get 1 card played of that type. Although I'm already looking at playing a day card, so... yeah, that is. I would love to get this one out, but I don't have the coins for that. If I did this one, I would have the coins to be able to play it. But the stone and the other I don't have. So I think I'm smart to just stick to my plan of this one. So I'm going to take this tile here, move it to the bottom. So this tile, I think this is the settle tile, lets me play a card with the knight icon. So I'm going to play this one, which costs me 3 coins. And I have to have 2 wood, 1, 2 with my boats. They each represent 1, and 1 of these gems. I thought it was clay, but it might be gems. I'm getting 2 points, and I increase 1 on this track. So during interim scoring, I will draw 3 new cards. Now I can develop or I can upgrade. Well, I can only use these ones. So these get unlocked if I unlock a row. If I get all the things in the row, then I get this settler, and I will score more points. So it kind of incentivizes me to do that. So I'm going to take one of these, and I can go to one of these spaces. So I can pick any open space. I could draw a card. I could play 12 coins to upgrade here. But currently the best spot for me is to just get 2 more coins. I will go there and get 2 more coins. And then I can do it again. Or I can play another card. So now I could consider that. But I don't think I will. So I think I will just do that again. Take another inhabitant. And do I want coins? I really need coins for what's happening down here. So, I want to be adjacent to bridge spaces, right? So I want to go here so that I have this one being complete a little better. So I will take another coin because I got plenty of cards to play right now. That is done, and now I move my boat 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to give me another coin. My turn is done. I slide that up, and it's back to the bot. So the bot flips this tile. Whatever direction it's oriented in, you just face it up, and then they're going to look. Do they have... oh, I forgot to do it here. Do they have settle or the cow one? I remember what that one's called. Oh, that one's on the bottom. So if that one's there, they're going to place a house. So when they place houses, they look to see how many houses they have on the board. So currently, and it's labeled right here, they have 0 or 1 houses, correct? They don't have any on the board. So they're going to take one and they're going to place it on a spot. What spot? Look here, spot 7, which is here. No, 8, 9, and then 10 is up. Oh, gosh. 10 is here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they're going to end up here. So they never place inhabitants. They go straight to houses. So they're going to put that house out. If they had 2 houses, then instead they would upgrade their house to a settlement. One of their houses in the same fashion. And now they're going to score points and they block that space for me. That's it. Then they're going to come down here. They're going to look for what the highest one is amongst all of these, which is going to be this one right here. They're going to move this tile down here. We're going to go to our sheet. And this one is the progress action. So they're going to advance their marker 1 space on the cactus track. Oh, sorry. I should have done that after this as well. So they're going to end up advancing 2 with that one. And that's it. They move their boat 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're looking for a really intelligent, interactive AI, I don't think it's here for the solo game. But if you're just looking for that timer one that doesn't get in your way so you can play the game. I mean, even me talking through it is taking 3 times as long as it takes me to do it when I was just playing. All right, we do need to get cows out there, but there's also this one which lets me place 2 tiles. So I'm thinking that would be really good. I could then play this one to give myself more inhabitants. Other day cards that I could play would be this one. Nope. All right. So I think this is the card that I'm going to end up playing. So I'm going to take this one here, which is the, try to call him by name, Pioneer action. Looks like it has a flashlight. Oh, it must be a telescope. So I'm going to take the Pioneer action. I'm going to play this card for 4. I need to move my boats downriver so that I have the things that I need. And that's going to give me 2 inhabitants for playing that card, and I'm going to get a point. So I really can stack these cards, but I'm going to at least pay attention to what I have for this over here. And then I get to place 2 tiles. So I'm going to pick 2 from over here, and I get to place these wherever I would like. So I want to be next to these bridges, because that's what it's telling me, but I really want to increase my productivity. I need a bunch of stone. I also need the blue. So which one do I want to get out first? I think blue. So I'm going to go here to draw 3 cards, and I'm going to put this one here to draw 3 cards, and this one here. So as I cover those spaces from exploring, I get 3 more cards in my hand. There's no hand limit. And then I get to add 1 blue factory. So I have that production there, which is also what I need here for scoring. So I can focus on that one as well. So I get both those spaces, and then I can immediately either add a person or upgrade. So I can upgrade to a house. The bonus of upgrading to the house is that I get coins. However, as soon as we do interim scoring, I get 2 upgrades. So I find it's a little better to get things going and get things out on the board. I'm going to go here, pay 2 coins, increase my income by 1, and be next to a bridge, which is what the game is telling me to do. So I'm going to pay attention to that. Then I move my boat 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm actually going to stop 1 space short so that I get 2 coins instead. And I'm going to take those coins there. So now I've got 4 coins. Perfect. All right. That ends my turn. Push this up. Solo turn. They're going to flip this up. Do we have these actions on the bottom? No. Move the cactus space up 1. And then they're going to do this action. And this action is the cattle breeding action. So they're going to choose a location and lay out a pasture there. So they choose this location, number 19, and 19 is here. 20, 21, so we bounce over to here, 22. This is the first possible space, so they're going to cover that space. Put it here, and then they're going to place a cattle on the pasture. So this has its own rules for doing this, which is pretty straightforward. They're just looking for the best space they can place that out. So if it's allowed to place cattle, they proceed as follows. First, for each cattle pasture, they count how many structures have been built adjacent and subtract the number of cattle on the pasture. So this one has 1 structure adjacent. This one has 0. If there's 1 space where the difference is higher, then they place their cattle on that pasture. Done. So they're going to go here. So it's going to be 1 minus 0 because there's no cows there. This has 0 adjacent, so they're going to place it. Okay? So now those numbers are the same. Otherwise, they would pick it based on, if it's tied, they would pick it based on this number right here. That's how they do that. All right. So they're going to do that one, place a cow, and then it is going to be my turn to be able to do that. So I can either play a card, discard a card, or add a cattle. So when I add a cattle, I have to give up an inhabitant. And that cattle will get me 2 coins for every house that's adjacent, no matter whose it is. So if I want to go here, I have to actually give up 2 inhabitants to go there. So I'm trying to decide if both my inhabitants are worth that. I will then generate points and coins, so it is pretty good. All right, I think I will do that. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to give up 2 inhabitants to place that one there. When I do that, I immediately get 2 coins for each one that's adjacent, each house that's adjacent. And then I'll get things during that round. Plus, if I unlock these, I'll unlock this inhabitant. So it's good to get rid of that first one, even if it's not your main strategy. They're going to move their boat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So most likely they're going to get a 3 or 4 next turn. So this is going to be my last turn before interim scoring if I want to focus on upgrading any of these things here. All right, so I could do this one, which could get me a bunch of coins or get me victory points and then kind of get points for the other regions. Places. I'm not sure it's my best. I could also modernize because I could use those on their turn to do things, and I'll get them back. So I am thinking that might be a good play. I'm looking at my cards here. 1 stone, 2 of these will give me another card upgrade, which is going to give me points. Coin upgrade gives me 2 coins if I end up doing that. All right, so this is actually, no, which one was it? This one was pretty good, but I'd have to play a knight, which means I would need to gain an inhabitant and place a tile. Now that's not bad because I could go get the woodcutting facility or even this one here, which could be pretty good. Do I want to do that? Or I could just discard to get coins. I wish I could get this one. I want to build to this one to get even more card draw. That one's tricky too. All right, so night tile or these. I think I'm going to go with this. And instead, I'm going to discard this fort that I don't want to play and get 2 coins for that. So I'm going to not play a card. I'm going to get 2 coins. And then I am going to modernize. So I'm going to purchase a door for one of these spaces, which could be one of these to follow. So I will pay 3. And I'm going to get this one so I can get another one at any time. And then I'm going to pay, then I'm going to give up, oh, I don't have an inhabitant, huh? So instead, I would have to draw a card. Ooh, I missed that. All right, that's okay. I can, oh no, that's got to be in place of doing the everybody action. So I think I'll save a little bit of money there. And I'm going to come back here to the, I can change my boat. I'm just going to get a victory point off of that, but it'll save me a little bit of money to be able to do other things. And instead of doing this one, I'm going to draw a card, which is not really my favorite, but I'm not going to go back. I'll let it be. So I've got a bunch of other cards here. And that is set. Then I move my boat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could get coins. I got lots of cards. I could stop and get this because they're going to go there anyway. But no, I think the coins just make sense. I like having coins. I need coins to score this down here. So we'll keep going with this strategy. All right, that's 4. Move there, next tile. Move this up. No settle, no cattle breeding, so they just move forward 1 space. And then we look for the highest tile, which is going to be this one because it's on top. So they're going to do this one, and they are going to do the region scoring. So they're going to find each region where the number of my presence is most. Subtract for each region the number of Ys from the number of your pieces. They then choose a region with the highest difference. The region where the number of your presences is most superior compared to theirs. Okay. So they're going to go to the region. So the center is not a region. So this one is 1, this one is 1. In that case, they picked the most northern. So they're going to gain 3 coins, but they never gain coins. They just gain victory points. So they get 3 victory points. And then we go to all the other regions, and I get a coin for every piece. So this is not a region here. Or is Boon Lake one of the regions? Oh, I guess it is. So maybe here too. No, I'm greater than them there. So they'll score this one, and then I will get 3 coins there. So I got a lot of coins. Then they're going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go this way the first time. Push that up. End of their turn triggers an interim scoring. So immediately, everybody can play 2 cards or upgrade 2 things. I am just going to upgrade here and here. So I'm going to upgrade this one. And I'm going to upgrade this one. These inhabitants are gone. But now that I've unlocked this row on my board, I get this inhabitant. So just a little bit too late, but I got that there. So I did the double upgrades. Now I have to take my piece and I have to play it somewhere. So I have 1 day card. I have to have 0 and 1. So I have 1 day card. I'm not going to try to focus on that. So I'm just going to do that. I completed it. I get 1 point. This is also have pieces adjacent to bridges. I already have 3. So I already can score that in that one. Factories I already have 2. I'm hoping to have 3. And this one I'm going to try to have a whole bunch of inhabitants, 6 or 5 coins. Now the trick with this one is not only do I score 8 points, I get 2 points for each trade-in. So if I can do 6 trade-ins and get 12 points plus 8. I'm going to get 20 points out of this tile. So I'm really going to try to focus on this. Hopefully I'll have those coins coming at me then. Awesome. In addition, I collect... nope, sorry, that's done. Now I collect. So I get 3 coins here. 1, 2, 3. I get 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So really, I want to build a coin engine because that's what I'm trying to trade in for in the end. Then I come over here. I get 1 victory point. I get 2 and 2 coins. So that's going to be 4 coins to give me 5 more. So I got a lot of money now, which is good. And then over here, I get a coin and I get a victory point for every settlement that's adjacent to my cows. There are no settlements there, so I don't get one. And I get 1 coin from that. Okay. I go to my doors. I have 1 door I haven't used, so I get 1 victory point. And then last, we reset these. We remove all these over any spaces that people have region scored. I'm going to come up to them and score them. They're going to get 0 points here. They're not even on this track. They get 2 points for their cow, plus 1 point for every settlement adjacent to their cows. There aren't any. And then this track tells me they only get 1 point. So they're not scoring too much, but they start to move up. They kind of exponentially score. Most of their points are going to come during this. Oh, this is the first player token, which reminds me that I will get the last turn of the game. That is the end of their turn, so we keep going. Back to my turn. All right, so we've got a little bit of this coin engine going. Now we're trying to think about pieces here. We're successful here, so we may want to build up this and then just keep focusing on where we can get coins and what we can do for that. So we see some coins here and other spaces, but we kind of keep going for that. So I've got this card engine going, but I may want to start focusing on some of these coin cards that I have. This one will give me double coins. This one gives me money when I land on those spaces. That's actually pretty good. So that's definitely a possibility. And this one will give me 1 and then points for cows. So I think those are the kind of things that I want to focus on. So I've got 2 evenings and a day. Those are all very low on this board, unfortunately, though. I could try to do this one, which is going to make everything cost less to help me out, but it's a big investment. I'd have to play a lot of cards. I might skip that one this time. So let me see. I like getting inhabitants and placing another tile because I can increase my production for some of these cards, although I'm not too bad on that front for what I'm trying to play. This lets me play any card and gives me coins, although coins are not what I need. I don't have inhabitants to do this, so that one doesn't make sense. So I guess I really am looking down here. So I think I might take from here. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to play this day card. So this one costs me 5 coins, and I increase my income. Now I get 5 money during each of those income phases, and I get a victory point for every cow I have on the board at the end, the breeder. So I do that. Then I get to place 2 of these tiles, so 1, 2. And I want to look at getting some of these factories. Maybe I'll just get wood up and going. So 1 here, although do I need inhabitants? Would that be smarter? What do I need for my cards? These cards need gems. In that case, I'd be smarter to almost go this way. So here's an inhabitant and a gem factory. So I'm going to put those 2 there. So that's going to increase this to a 2. And I'm going to gain an inhabitant, which are things that I'm focusing on doing. After I place them, I get to develop 1. So I'm already on 3. I'm not worried about being on more of those bridge spaces. So I might really want to just take what I can take. So this one I can pay 4 and increase 1 on this track. Here I can pay 10 and increase 3 on this track. So let's go for it, huh? Let's be all in. So we're going to pay 10 and increase our money track 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And I get an immediate bonus of an inhabitant, so I kind of get that inhabitant back. Boy, this board was not doing this to me before. And I am there. Awesome. So that's going to be a big jump on that track and giving me a lot of money, which I will also score at the end, which hopefully give me points for doing this. Oh, but I do that after I do my income. So maybe that'll be a little tricky. All right, then everybody else gets to do this action. They ignore it, so I move up 2 spaces, 1, 2, and now I could gain a factory or I could gain a vase. I need a vase for this one. don't necessarily need a factory, so maybe I'll keep pushing that. And I've got this one here, so I'm going to take the vase. And I've got 3 factories for this one here. 7. How would I? Okay, yeah, because there's 8, so that counts as 2 factories, right? So I'm going to be at 3 for this one. So I could score this one this round, this one the next round, and this one the third round. So I'm in good shape for my plan. Push that up onto solo bot. Okay, are there any at the bottom? No. They move this up 1, and then they look for the highest action, which is going to be settle. So they're going to take the settle action, and when they settle, they're going to look and place a house. They only have 1, so they're going to place 1. Where are they going to place it? They are going to place it on space 9, which is right here. There isn't one, so they move to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and finally end up putting it right here is where they're going to end up with that one. That's going to go there, and they're going to move 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and end their turn. All right, my turn. So I was looking at getting this card out, right? So if I use this, but look at how low these are on that track. This one's kind of nice because I could get a bunch of coins from that one if I wanted to. Get my coins back up. Or I could modernize, which is what I've been trying to do. These ones down here are really good. Gain coins for my factories instead of playing a card. Gain inhabitants when I place tiles, which might be something that I really want to do so I can cash those in. But I would need 7 coins, which I just don't have. In fact, I don't even have the 6 for this, do I? I just realized that. So maybe this is the card I'm looking at playing now and hold off on that one. Although I'd love to get this one out. But I don't see a place to get 2 more coins unless I take this one. So let me take this action. I gain 3 coins. Then I can play any card I want. And I'm going to play this one. 6 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have my vase. I have 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Uh-oh, I need a third. I'm going to use my door, move this back here, and now I have enough to play this one, which is going to give me 6 points at the end of the game. And I move up 1, 2 on this track and draw 2 more cards. So I've got plenty of cards, and I keep drawing into that mechanism so I can keep doing what I'm doing. I've got 2 more of these that I can play if I really want to hammer this home. All right, and then I move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to give me an inhabitant. I'm a little low on coins, so I will stop 1 space short and take the 2 coins. I think. I don't know when that's going to come back to bite me. All right, that moves up. Their turn. And then they're just going to shuffle. When there are no tiles here, they just always trigger the upper left number. That took me a second to remember. All right, that is the progress action. So neither of these are there, so they're going to move this up 1 space. And then they're going to look for one of these actions, which is currently the cattle breeding action. So when they cattle breed, they're going to place a pasture on space 12. Space 12 is here. They can't do that, but they can do 13, so they'll put it here. And then they're going to place a cow. So they're going to look for my number of... I forget what it is. That's the one I have to look up. How many structures have been built adjacent and subtracts number of cattle? So this has 3 structures, 2 cattle, so that's 1. 0, this has 1. So in this case, they're going to pick based off the number, so that's going to be the closer one. They're going to put a cattle there. I could now place a cattle there. This one becomes a little trickier because I'd have to give up 2 inhabitants. And what am I getting? I'm only getting... I'd almost rather put one here, in which case I need 3 inhabitants, and then I get 6 coins. So I think I'm going to pass. So instead, I get to play a card or discard a card. And I can play... really don't need card draw. I really think I can keep hammering home on this. I guess that's the other good part, is these cards are going to give me more points at the end of the game. So I could play this one that gives me coins when I land on spaces. I'd have to move downstream, or I can play, I guess, just this one again. Oh, I don't have 5 coins. So I need to play one of these 3 coin ones, huh? 3 coins, 3 coins, 3 coins. If I move down, I can gain that, which is just a victory point. Or I could just discard one of these many cards that I have. How far are they moving? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to trigger scoring. So do I want that victory point? I don't think so. I think I've got a lot of cards here. I don't think I'm going to do this one to pay cheaper for cards. So I'm going to discard that and take 2 coins. Although I'm about to get a lot of money. So in that sense, I might be smarter. But I'm going to spend my money down here. So I'll be a little conservative and get my points over there instead. All right, then they're going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to trigger this interim scoring. So this one's no different. We just do it, and then we reset here, and then we come back down. So you can see we're basically halfway through the game. 2 cards, 2 upgrades. So now it's a little trickier. I can upgrade these ones. That'll give me victory points if I want to be able to do that. I can't develop, so I can't add one. So now I've got the 5 coins if I want to play one of these cards, which I think is what I will do. So I'm going to play this card for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or this one is worth 2 points. This one I just need to pay 2 coins and then I don't have enough. This one I need to move downstream. Nah, we'll go here. So we'll pay the 5. We'll play this card. We don't need any other resources. This moves up 1, and then we get more endgame scoring because we've got a second breeder there. All right, and then I can play another card, but I am out of money. So I can upgrade one of these. So I will upgrade, love to upgrade next to this cow to have more houses, but I guess I'll just upgrade here for now, put that one there. This inhabitant is out of the game, which is going to give me a point. Done. Now I do my scoring. So number 2, I have 3 factories, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to score that one, get 2 points. Collect my income. I get 6 points, 7 income. I get 3 card draws. I got so many cards. Then over here, I get a victory point. I get a victory point and 4 coins. And I get a coin, and there are no settlements next to my cows. That is set. This door slides up, and we didn't do any of this scoring, so we're all set there. All right. Doing well, doing well. All right, then we have to do their scoring. So they are going to be at 1 point here, 0 here, 4 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 point for each adjacent settlement, which there's none, and then 2 points here. So they're scoring a little bit more, but not a ton. So I feel like I'm doing pretty well. They do have a big endgame scoring they can do as well. Cool. We reset the ships, and away we go. And now we just come down the river and have to get to here, and then that's the game. Not too bad in terms of time. All right, that is me then, right? Because I was doing all that on their turn. So I'm still looking at trying to play these cards, although I've got so much money. I do get victory points if I play more of these. So it is an option. Did I play the one? Oh, I played this one with the vase. So now, boy, I am set on this because I have 3 pieces. So really, it's just a matter of getting that money. Which there's some money here, and I could build, and then just getting points. This one is worth 4 points. This one is worth points if I have modernizations, which is an option. I could go for that. Or coins from landing on spaces. That one's pretty good too. So let's go ahead with the modernization. That seems good. We also could get inhabitants. And if we get inhabitants, we have all these cards. I have them for this endgame instead of the money, which I could do as well. But modernization can score me points, so let's go for it. So we're going to play one of these cards. Do we want to upgrade our card draw? Upgrade our money? That's straight points. We'll wait on that one. This seems pretty good to do, and it's worth 3 points. So let's do this one. So I need to move this boat down here, so I have a stone. That's 4 coins, so I now have an ongoing ability. You know what I'm going to do is now I'm going to stack these cards. These ones are done. These ones are endgame, and these are ongoing abilities. So now I have an ongoing ability that I do that. I get +1 coin when I land on a space. That gives me coins, as well as I get 3 points at the end of the game, which is kind of where I'm playing that card to get those points. All right, and I have a boat reset there, so that is nice. So now I can modernize and I can purchase one of these doors. So I'm going to purchase this one here for 3. 1, 2, 3. And that allows me to either use 1 less good to play a card, or take 2 coins, or draw 2 cards. So that's pretty good that I have that one. And then in addition, I can give up an inhabitant and buy a second door, a lever. I keep calling them doors. And I could get inhabitants by placing tiles, which is pretty useful. And probably something I want to do, because I can get a lot of coins from placing tiles. So let's try that one out. So I'm going to pay 4 coins for that one. And I can do that. That one's green. Is that one just ongoing? Haven't used that one before. When you place a building tile, which can be on the game board, you may move this lever down in order to get 1 inhabitant. Okay. Well, we'll try it because it's something that we're trying to do over here. So we'll see how that one works out. Great, I did that. I moved my ship 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get a coin, but of course I get +1 coin from my card, so I get 2 coins. Nice. We go to their turn. We're going to shuffle their tiles. Not only are we going to shuffle. Oh my, we got spam to no end. Report. Report. Sorry, everybody. Wasting your time. All right, there we go. All right, a little downtime. Everybody can take a sip of water. So we're going to spin these tiles around so we get a kind of random directions. And here we go. We'll probably just go through the stack one more time. Oh my, not good. All right, that's pretty easy to reset though. I had them so nice looking. All right, mostly reset. Perfect. So first thing they do is look for one of these 2. They're not there. They're going to increase their cactus track. Then they're going to look for the highest of these 3, which is going to be the higher tile. So the higher tile is they're going to place one of these out on the board. And it is going to go specifically in space 21, which is down here. So we're going to jump over to here, and they're going to end up placing it here. That is a way to get more income, which is what I've been looking for. And then they're going to increase that by 1. Done. Next player. Move their boat 4. 1, 2, 3. Jump me 4. Okay. We got money. So let's see what we want to play here. Increase card draw. That wood is tricky. That's something I don't have. So I could go for these doors. That one's only going to give me 2 coins. So I won't quite have enough for that. I could do that to try to... Levers. Levers, levers, levers. Got to get that right. All right. This one... probably just going to give me what I want right now. So we will take this top one here. We're going to play this card, which is going to cost us 4. We need a wood. So I'm just going to reset this boat up to wood, and we have one of those blue gems, and then it costs us 4 money. So we are going to use this to get 2 coins. Plus 2 gives us 4. And then we're going to increase this 1, which means we immediately get 6 points to go to 19. Now on that track, we are maxed out, so whenever we get stuff, we get 2 points. Whenever you increase on that track, we get 2 points. Good, and we get 2 points for that card. So now we're going to come over here. We can gain one of these bonuses. So points, cards, money. So we're just going to take money. If we take money here, then we're going to get money for all of our others. So I think that's what we will do. So we're going to come here and get 4 coins. And then everybody gets coins for all the other regions. 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 more coins. They don't get coins, they get points, but they only have 1, so I'm only going to get 1 point. I'm doing pretty well because my last game, they were up here and I was down here and I had to lap them. So I feel like I've got a lot of points here and doing pretty well, but we'll see how it goes. That one is then done, and my boat moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop here and get a vase. So I have that for this card, which could give me 8 points. Do I want that vase, or do I want to just move up? Let's go without it. We'll move up and draw more cards because we can use the cards to get inhabitants, which might be what we want for the end of the game. All right, lots of cards. Draw their tile. Neither of these are on the bottom, so they're just going to move this up 1, and then they're going to look for the highest of these, which is going to be settle. So now settle is going to be different. Over here it says if they have 2 houses on, they're going to pick one and change it to a settlement. So which one? This number. So number 30. So they're going to start here, and they're going to work their way through, and then up into the 1s, come across this way, 9, 10, 11, 12, and it's going to be this one right here. So they're going to replace this one with this. This actually goes out of the game. It doesn't go back on the board. And now they are scoring 3 points for that, as well as they'll score points for their cows for that settlement being there. I will also score points for that settlement being there, so that kind of works out nice. They picked that one, so now I can go and I can either play a card or I can put somebody out on the board. And if I go here, I get points, which isn't really what I want to do. I could get 6 coins, or I could play one of these cards. I could play this one. That's going to decrease those levers if I get them again. Which if I get to 4, I get 2 points for each one. Do I want that card? I'm going to place some tiles out. Don't have one that gives me inhabitants, which is what I would like. Or I could develop. If I develop, I put a person out, and I'm really looking at maybe just getting 6 coins, which isn't super what I want. Ooh, look at that statue, though. That lets me... All right, I think I'll go with that since I'm thinking of that strategy. So we're going to play that card. And that card is going to cost me 6 coins. Is that me here? Nope. 6 coins, and then I need 2, which I have, and I need 2, so that's coming downstream. And now I'm going to get that ongoing ability to decrease those costs. All right, and they move their boat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump over me. On to me. It is funny that I still feel like I'm a little bit low on money. So I could take this one, but I think I'm going to take this one because I can trigger that to get an inhabitant. So I'm going to take this one here, see if there's a day card I want to play. This one is giving me points for settlements. This one is giving me for points in unknown, which is up here. I do have 2 buildings there already, so that is worth at least 2 points at the end of the game. But it doesn't seem overly exciting. So I think I'm just going to get more coins. I'm going to discard that card, take 2 coins, and then I'm going to place 2 tiles. So I could get 4 coins here, but 3 might be a little bit better for me. And I will get the inhabitant that's down here, place those. So I'm going to take 3 coins. I am going to take an inhabitant, and then I can develop 1. So do I want to go here and increase card draw? I don't need card draw. Do I want to just get 2 coins? Do I want to get 6 coins and lose 3 points? I think so, because 5 coins gives me 2 points. So it almost gets me back there. So I think I'll do that one. 1, 2, 3, and then take 6 coins. 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 20s, there are no 10s. Just to clarify. All right, that gives me that. My boat moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will definitely stop here. Oh man, I keep skipping all those to be able to play these cards that need wood. Oh, and I placed a tile, so I'm going to do that and get another inhabitant. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. Just keep going with the coins. 1, 2, 3. Their turn. Flip. These are not on the bottom. Increase this by 1. Then they're going to take the highest of these 3, which is the progress action. When they take that, they move this up 1 space, and then I can play a card. So still trying to figure out what cards I'm playing in terms of points. If I have these doors, this is going to be worth 5 points. So this kind of doubles up on that, but that is one that needs that. So points-wise, this is giving me 2 points, 3 points. This statue could give me 8 points, but I'm definitely not getting there. This one I need cows, which I definitely don't have. And this one I need residences. I do have 3, so this one's worth 3 points to me if I move 1 down. So that's not bad. All right, so let's see here. I have this one worth 3 points. That's going to be a pain to get. That one also needs wood. This one does not. All right, so it's the card I'm going to play. So I will play this one, which costs me 5 coins. I need a stone and 2 of the blue, so I will move down there. Play this one, increase here, so I get another victory point every round. And then if I have at least 3 houses out, I get 3 points. So I have 3 houses, so that one's going to be all set. Great. They played that card. They move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. They go this way now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So pretty much they're going to have 2 more turns, which means I probably have 3 more turns. Oh, they triggered an interim scoring. So we need to do that. So I can play 2 cards. And I can also... So I definitely want to play a card here to increase this one. But I'm in that same boat. Ha ha ha. So none of these are that interesting, so I'm going to play this one here, which is going to cost me 5 coins, and it's going to give me a point for everything up here in unknown, so that's actually giving me 3 points now. And I'm going to increase one here, which gives me a factory, so I'm definitely going to add wood for my factory, because that seems to be a big deal. And then the second thing I can upgrade, so I will upgrade... Gosh, do I not have another card I want to play? This one moves me double, but I definitely don't have that. This one is doors. Close on that one if I pay 2 coins. All right, I can get this card out. So I pay 2 coins and move my boat back upstream. Now I've got 1, 2 wood and 2 gems, and then I pay 3 coins. This card comes out, which is going to be if I have 5 doors, I get 5 points. Now I'm going to increase this by 1. So I did both of those. Now I have to take this tile. I'm waiting for the last round to do this, so I'm going to come here. I have 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3, that are adjacent to bridges. So I've completed this one, so I get 3 points. Then my income is 6 points and 7 money, plus 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. and 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And income over here. I get a point. I get 4 coins and a point. I feel like I'm doing very well in comparison to the other times, but it makes sense if I am learning. Oh my. Okay. Go away. Okay. Now I lost track of where I was. I get nothing here. I get a coin, and then I get a point for every settlement, so I get 1 more point there. And I get my coin. So this is going to be tricky because I'm supposed to do this 6 times. So I really need to get inhabitants, which means I want to trigger this and just discard a whole bunch of my cards, I think, to get inhabitants, and I should have the coins then. But I have to remember to have them after I do. Oh! I can also purchase these up here. Okay, so I got to think about that. Got it. I do this. No, I do this before I get my income, so I have to think about that. All right, doors. I don't get any. I just reset all doors. Levers. I'm never going to remember to call them levers. And then these reset, so this comes off of here. And did I miss anything? None of these give me anything. Nope, I think I'm good. So now they are going to score. They're going to get 1 point for their houses. They're going to get 3 points. Hard for me to say. 1, 2, 3. They're going to get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 point for each of those. So they got cows adjacent, so they get 2 points there. And then 6 points here. So they are definitely keeping stride with me. But that makes me actually feel like I'm doing pretty well for scoring. That is done. We pushed that up. They triggered that scoring. My turn. All right. So we got to focus on keeping that money, getting those cards. I need to do this. This is probably the most important one. So they may end up triggering that, but I can still discard cards if they do that. So I can now play one of my evening cards. I've got 3 here. This one also gives me points for doors. It's a pretty good place to go. Let's see. So that could give me 4 points, but what are these ones that I have? This one I need to have cows out. This one would increase here, which would give me a few more coins. So that's not bad. I could use this for a -1 to play this one, which is also 3 points. This one I could do and get a lot of points. Maybe this is where I go. Oh no, that's not that card. Okay. So I think I'll just stick with this, even though I went and got the wood. So I'm going to pay 5 coins. I need 2 stone and 2 of these. So I'm going to spend this one to get the other one. And that is going to increase my money here, which gives me 2 points instead, because I've maxed that track out. And then if I have 4 levers at the end of the game, I get 4 points, which is basically what I'm aiming for, is to have the 5 for that one. All right, good. Now I can purchase. So, I did that one. So when I purchase, mine costs -2. So I want to focus on where I could get good spots. So I really like this one, but I think it's a little too late. This one gives me money back. This one lets me discard cards to get inhabitants. So I definitely think I want to do that one. So that's going to be 6 to get a lever. How am I going to get money? I'm going to move up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get 5 money right there. And I'm going to grab this one if they don't to get more inhabitants. And I'm going to be okay. Also, I could place tiles. Where can I get more inhabitants or money? That one lets me trade for money. That one lets me use my action. Instead of placing a tile, but that's going to give me inhabitants. I probably want that. Place them cheaper. All right, so I think I'm just going to get one to get one. So I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to take which one? This one that lets me use my action to get 3 coins instead if I want it. Okay. Oh, I do have to trade an inhabitant for that second door, but I need 5 to score my cards here. Excuse me, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 5 coins, which is what's going to be needed because I'm going to need coins and inhabitants. I need to have 10 coins, 3 inhabitants. So we're very close, but we're hoping to trade that in. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't end the game on me. Oh, he doesn't collect any of the spaces he lands on. Way too late saying that, but that is key. All right. Their turn. Looks like I got 2 turns left. All right, neither of those are on the bottom, so they're just going to move this up 1. And then which is the highest here? They've got the cow breeding. So they're going to do the cow breeding one. When they do that, they're going to take a pasture, put it on space 12, which is here. These are not connected, so they're going to go here instead, which is working out well. And then they're going to find a space with the most around it, so it's going to be this one right here. And they will put their cow. And now I can put a cow, and I get points for each house that it's adjacent to. But I've got to spend inhabitants, so there's no way I'm doing that. So instead I can play a card, which at this point, I don't think I want to play cards to play cards. Oh, that's 9 money, huh? But I don't think I have a way to do that. So I'm going to discard this one to get 2 coins. And then they're going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I am going to take this one here because I need to have inhabitants. I'm going to take that one. I can play one of my night cards. Which I don't believe I'm going to do. If I play the one that gives me double. Nope. So I think I'm just going to get money. This one I could play. I would increase that one to get an additional victory point. I get points, and then how many cards do I have to discard? I am going to get an inhabitant, place a tile, get an inhabitant. That'll give me 3, but I'll be down money. So instead I want to get this up to 10, although I do get 1 more turn. Nope, I'm just going to go with it. So I will discard this, get 2 money. I'm just going to stick to my plan, make sure it works out. Get an inhabitant, place a new location tile. So I'm going to place this one. When I place this one, I could get money for that, huh? Or I could just get cards to get more inhabitants. So I'm going to go there, which gives me 3 more cards. When I place one, I get an inhabitant with that lever, that modernization, and then I can discard cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's not happening. This one is not worth it. This one lets me raise a door. That's okay. Discard coins. Draw 5, trade 5 cards for 4 points. Yeah, I don't think any of this matters to me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to discard all of those to get 2 inhabitants, which gives me 5 inhabitants. I should have the coins then at the end to be able to do this. And I move 4 spaces. Oh, I actually trigger the end of the game if I want to. 2, 3. Sure, I'm ready to go. So I will trigger that, get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm the last player. I didn't even recognize that. So we go to interim scoring. So I can play 2 cards or do 2 upgrades. So now I might consider playing some of these cards. This one. Ooh, I never did this, huh? Discard 2, get an inhabitant. Which of these is worth the most points? Doesn't matter. Discard 2, gain an inhabitant, and gain 3 points. I missed that. I would have done that on my turn. So then I can play 2 cards. I will play this one for 2 coins and 2 wood. So I will use this to move up. And then I can get a door back. So I'll just get this door back, I guess. For this blacksmith. And then I can upgrade. So I'm going to play this one. Let's say get rid of... I'm not going to try that. So I can swap this person out here to get another one there. Then I'm going to place this. So I need to discard 6 times. I'm sorry, I never showed this off. I should have done this on one of my plays. Pay the coins, have the resources, get 2 workers, one of which inhabitants, one of which goes here, get points and the upgrade. And I really should have done one of these because there's a lot of points here, and I forgot to do that. To show that off, that probably would have been better. So I need to do 6 trade-ins, and I have 6 inhabitants right here. So these 6 are each going to be worth 2 points, 5, 10, 12. And then I get 4 points, but since that's my tile, it's doubled, so I get 8. Feel pretty good. Going into that, collect my income, which is 6 points plus 7 coins. I believe money's nothing at the end of the game, which actually I probably shouldn't use this. I probably should have used my money to back that person up. But I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get 3 cards and 3 points. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 points, plus 1 here is 4. And money is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I take 5 money. 20 money. Doors, I have these 2 that I didn't use, so these 2 are going to be worth points. And we reset this. Now we go to final scoring. So in the final scoring, which I don't remember off the top of my head, although it's actually labeled down here. So actually I think I can do that, and then I'll just check theirs. So here it's telling me if I have 4 to 6 modernizations, which I do, I have 5, they're each worth 2 points. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I go to 85. I'm already doing better than I did last game. If I had 7 or more doors, they're each 7 or more levers, they're each worth 3. Then I score my endgame cards, which I conveniently stacked here. So this one is if I have 4 levers. Oh my gosh, I get 4 points. If I have 8, I get 6 points. So I get 4. This one is if I have 5, I get 5. So 94. This one is 1 point for every piece in unknown, which is up here, so I have 3. This one is if I have 3 houses on the board, I get 3 points. If I have 5, I get 6. I have 4. This one is 1 point for every cow, as well as this one, and I only have 2 cows, so 102. So I take my 100 points here. I've now got that. Then I get points for any of the pieces that I unlock down here. So the deeper you go, you get 2 points for each of these, 4 points for each of these, 6 points for each of these. I don't have any of those. And I believe that's all I get. I don't think coins or any of that is worth anything. Leftover coins and cards don't get you any victory points. All right. So then when they score... Oh, I didn't do their interim scoring. Sorry. They get 1 point, 3 points, 6 points. So that's 10 points during interim. Plus 8 is 18. Plus 1, they have 3 cows, and that's there, and each one's worth 1 point, so they get 3 points. So that's their interim scoring. Then final scoring, they gain their income 1 more time. And then for every B tile unrevealed, they gain. So I could shuffle in those B tiles. There's 4 of them. Every one that was unrevealed in this pile, they'd get 10 points for. So they're going to score that again, and I apologize, I forgot. It was 10 plus 8. So 10 plus 8 is 18. Plus 1 for each of these is 3. And I crushed them this game. So last game, I think they were 65, and I was 74. So I did a lot better in this game. And I didn't purchase one of these, so I should show these, because I had all this leftover money, which was way smarter than the card that I bought, although I got a lot in those scorings. But I could have, say, spent 15 coins and 2 and 2 had I moved this boat down here, and then I would get 2 workers, 2 inhabitants. 1 goes here to show that I've scored it. I get the other one, 8 points, and my gold would go up. So it's a pretty good way. This is like a card you can always play. And if you do the one on your space, you actually double the victory points you get. So I'd get 16. So I should have aimed to do this one here, which I did not. That is another way to score that. There you go. That is Boon Lake. That's the solo game. Again, the multiplayer game's the same. You just remove this piece and you're moving down the board, and these action tiles keep shuffling. So there's no real differential. Everybody scores the same. You're playing the same way. It's really just the number of tiles you set up. First player starts with 6 coins. Second player starts with 7, 8, and then 9. So in the solo game, I go second, which I don't think I actually ever mentioned. So I started with 7 coins. Everybody gets 6 cards. You look at your cards before you determine what factory you want to play at the beginning, what production facility, and what of your 2 tiles you want to put down here. I believe you go like this, and then everybody flips so you can see. Anytime you place buildings on the board that could be in the same spot, like the cows, which I know aren't buildings, it goes in order, player order, starting with the person who picked the tile and going around the board. And you go from there. That is Boon Lake. Thank you, everybody, for watching with me live. Thanks for everybody who watched afterward. Like I said, if you want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it so much. We reached 600 subscribers. Woo! I know we're not gigantic, but hey, this is a lot of fun playing all these games live and getting to interact with people, whether it be during the stream or afterwards. So thank you very much. But if you would give the video a thumbs up, really helps us out here with getting visibility out on the internet and on YouTube. Thanks, everybody, for watching. That's Boon Lake from Alexander Pfister and DLP Games, and coming soon in North America from Capstone Games. But until next time, I'm the Brandt, and I hope you step into the portal. Have a good night.